So today was the first day of the Godot Wild Jam 95. Well, the second, but for me the first, because in Europe it changes. So the theme turned out to be retro, and these are the wild cards. I don't know if I'm gonna use this one. I thought of using Mega. M is for Mega. Cartography I might use, and this one's pretty easy to implement, so I'm gonna use it. Well, I'm gonna try to use it. So it's been quite a few hours since I've started working on this. So the first thing is my pixel art. So I used a sprite. Okay. So I started drawing my a sprite. Yeah. Okay. So this is my first drawing. This is basically the arcade machine, and I have a time lapse of me drawing this, so you guys will be able to watch that if you want. So still gotta work a bit on the details and stuff, but basically how it starts. And then there is a front view of the same thing, the same machine, but it's a front view. You will see why it's used for what it's used later. So also I created the screen mask basically. So it's supposed to go in here. You'll see that. And then this comes into my idea, of course. So my idea was to use that arcade machine to play a lot of classic retro games. So yeah, I will just recreate the games inside that, and it will be kind of like as you're playing it on the arcade, in the arcade. So this is the character for the first game that I will be doing. It's called River Raid. So this is how the sprite looks like. I'm not gonna do the future evolutions of River Raid. This is the first River Raid, so no actual animations for the character, only when they explode. So this is how it's looking for now. It's kind of a scribble, but it does the job and it looks pretty cool, in my opinion. So I still have to implement that into the game. So this is my current Godot project. So as you can see right here, I used to color correct for the side right there, the camera 2D to show the stuff. The TV body is basically the frame that I drew before, that I was talking about in a sprite, right here, this one. And then there's a screen mask, which is this. But you might notice that you don't see it. So the reason that you don't see it is because I've set it up in a way that it uses the sub viewport container, the sub viewport, to play the game actually in there. So it looks like you're playing in the screen of the arcade machine. So you're actually there. And I would probably run a shader on the side here, or like some lights to make it look like a colorful arcade. But it's only the first day, so I haven't done that. So this is the first scene that it connects. Right here, you can see. Arcade UI. So for now, it just has a start button. There will be probably more like options and stuff. And that's what I was thinking. And then once you click this start button, it's suggested the River Raid thing, which currently is just the sprite right here. I will show you how it's working now. So this is the arcade UI code. It's a very, very simple code. Let me just do that. That looks better. Very, very simple code. Says a signal, start. And once you click the button, it just prints button pressed, just to make sure that we know it's pressed. And it emits start. Then it comes over to game. And we preload our arcade UI scene. Our sub viewport, we just get it with like a variable. Then in the ready function, right here, we declare that arcade UI equals arcade UI scene instantiate, which I could probably do it before, like bring this here. And then, so we connect to start, and then on start right here, which is our function, that will basically like switch the scenes. So here's a sub viewport that it adds the child of arcade UI. So as you might see here, arcade UI, that's added as a child. So then on the function on start, for child in sub viewport, they'll get children. So we get the children of the sub viewport. We queue free them, so we delete them. And then we preload the river raid scene. We do the instantiate thing here that I should have done up there. I'll switch that later. So we do that, and then we add river raid as a child. So we switch the child. So now it's river raid. And then we just on start here. So you might want to see it running. So this is it running. So you get this little screen with the things there. I might want to make it full screen. So we press start. And as you might notice, it switched to river raid scene. It doesn't do much yet, but it registered my click and switched to the river raid scene. So this is that scene, this is that scene. Just confirm that it didn't switch at all. So yeah, that is my first day on the participating in the Godot Wild Jam 95. So I don't know what it says, join jam, but I'm already in it. So yeah, thank you guys, and we'll see you tomorrow.